from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Friday, August 28th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. A melee at Club Envy in Wilkes-Barre this morning. Two men were stabbed and someone fired several rounds into the building. All that happened around 3:45 this morning. Police said a fight broke out inside the club after hours at 650 South Main Street. That's when the stabbing happened. The shoot-up happened a few minutes later. Police said the two victims of the stabbing and patrons were uncooperative. The two victims required medical treatment. Police did not release the victims' names or any more information about the stabbing and shooting. This at least the third time this year that there have been problems at the club. Anyone with information is asked to call police in Wilkes-Barre immediately. Wilkes-Barre police arrested 4 alleged drug dealers during a day-long drug sweep on Wednesday. They resulted from undercover buys and happened at various locations in the city Wednesday afternoon and evening. Those arrested are 25-year-old Ian Saunders of Philadelphia, 44-year-old Clifford Jones of Alabama, 25-year-old Waquan Henderson of Wilkes-Barre, and 44-year-old Gary Dozer of Wilkes-Barre. All were charged with possession of controlled substance, possession with intent to deliver, and related counts. All 4 are in county prison in lieu of $25,000 bail. A man sustained injuries this morning when the car he was driving smashed into the back of a cement truck on Route 309 in Butler Township. Take a look at these photos from the Valley Regional Fire Department's Facebook page. According to police, both vehicles were heading north just before 8 a.m. when the cement truck slowed down to make a left turn into the Sand Springs development, and it was struck in the rear by the car. The truck then dragged the car for about 30 feet. The driver of the car was taken to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley Medical Center in Plains Township for treatment. Both the car and the cement truck had to be towed from the scene this morning. Maybe more charges against a Sweet Valley couple already facing 2 murder charges. Holly Crawford and James Roach are already facing murder charges in the fatal shooting of 73-year-old Ronald Barney Evans and his 43-year-old son, Jeffrey. Homicide conspiracy charges are now also pending. There was a hearing on the new charges, but Judge Fred Parentoni hasn't decided whether they will stand. He says he will decide next Thursday at another hearing. The defense has argued it's already too late in the proceedings to add charges. The two are being tried separately, with Crawford set to go on trial in September, Roach in early November. The Evans were shot to death in their home in Hunlock Township. Crawford and Roach were apprehended shortly thereafter. Several years ago, Crawford faced animal cruelty charges for selling Gothic kittens on eBay. The former Friendly's has been sold. A group of investors called Luzerne Capital Funding has bought it, and they say they'll sell it or lease it to someone who won't use it as a restaurant. That's what the building has been since it was built, first as an Elby's, then Franklin's, and last a Friendly's. Friendly's closed at the end of July. Monsignor Joseph P. Kelly will be retiring from his position as Diocesan Secretary of Catholic Human Services and Executive Director of Catholic Social Services in the last quarter of 2015. The Most Reverend Joseph Bambera, Bishop of the Scranton Diocese, made this announcement yesterday. In the press release, Bishop Bambera said, quote, Monsignor Kelly has spent much of the last decade guiding the delivery of a wide range of services to those in need throughout the 11 counties of the diocese and has advocated for Catholic charities and human services needs statewide and nationally. His wonderful leadership and care have made a meaningful impact in the lives of so many, unquote. The diocese has been preparing for Monsignor Kelly's retirement for some time, and a search for his successor is underway. During Monsignor Kelly's tenure, he helped provide services to children and families struggling, shelters for the homeless, and food for the hungry. He also helped homeless veterans, among several other services to the public. Well, today marks 15 days until Fun Fest in downtown Hazleton. Fun Fest, the area's largest street fair, is set to kick off September 12th and 13th on Broad Street. The annual Fun Fest parade will take place on September 13th, and once again, WYLN is proud to be the official television station of the Fun Fest parade. Again, it's just 15 days away, so make sure to mark those calendars. The weekend is upon us, and it looks like we can expect lots of sunshine and warm temperatures. It's time now for a first look at our forecast with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik, who's in the Weather Center with all the details. Joe, give us some good news for our weekend.
Overall, yeah, definitely looking pretty nice across our area for the weekend. Across the Northeast right now, it is quiet, nothing to talk about. Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, that's a different story. The leading edge of some rain for our region. Again, dry past 6 hours. It'll stay dry as we head through this evening, through tonight. 70s for the most part for daytime highs. Temperatures right now, 72 in New Angola, 77 in Berwick, 75 in Mahanoy City, 78 in Bloomsburg, and 79 degrees in Danville. Well, we're going to be talking about what is known as Tropical Storm Erica. There she is. Question is, where is she going to head it? Here's a hint. FL for Florida. We'll talk more about her in just a few. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, details on how a Chicago Cubs fan Facebook page is helping to raise money for children from the Hazleton One Community Center to head to a Cubs game in Philadelphia. That and much more, including sports, here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, weather with meteorologist Joe Garbacik, sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Greater Hazleton's end of summer celebration. The annual homecoming is almost here. Mohican Sun at Pocono Downs presents Fun Fest in Center City, Hazleton, September 12th and 13th, with great ethnic and festival food and free entertainment. Always a crowd favorite is the fantastic Fun Fest Parade. New this year is a corporate float competition. Admission is free, parking is free. For more details, call the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce or go to funfestpa.org. Fun Fest is made possible by these sponsors.
All Care Home Care, the health care that you need in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
At All Care Home Care, our caring and compassionate staff of skilled nurses, occupational speech, physical therapists, dietitian, social worker, and home health aides will give you the professional care you need. Call 459-3002.
With All Care Home Care, you will feel so much better and be able to do so much more.
Remember, it's still your choice. For your care, call us and we'll be there.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. We will be visited by some patients that you met on a previous show. Jeanette and her husband Greg is with her. She's going to tell you about her tremendous success story, from tragedy to perseverance to triumph through chiropractic care. Their story this week. Join us.
The elite Cubs fans are reaching out to the Hazleton community in efforts to raise money in order to send some underprivileged children to the Philadelphia Phillies game as they take on the Chicago Cubs at Citizens Bank Park. Today we spoke with the organizers of the GoFundMe account about the process and how the idea came about. A Chicago Cubs fan page on Facebook is working on making the dreams come true for nearly 50 children in the Hazleton area. The Elite Cubs Fans is a Facebook page developed by brothers Jason Gilly from Florida and Ryan Lamar from Texas. Not long ago, the group raised money to send a father and a son to a Cubs game and are hoping to help others like them get the chance to bond over America's favorite pastime. After watching a short piece on ESPN on their team's newest manager, Hazleton native Joe Madden, entitled Just an Average Joe, the pair reached out to the Hazleton One Community Center in efforts to possibly help more children in the area attend a Cubs game closer to home.
My intention was, for one thing, to go ahead and get some of his Cub fans on our page and just get to share their experiences with other Cubs fans. But also, we were going to reach out and potentially send a father and a son to a potential Cubs game in the area. And what happened is the parents, there, from what I understand, were having issues with funding it, so that's where we stepped in. I started a GoFundMe page, and within, within, I think, 9 days now, we're up to, almost $4,400, and we're going to send at least 50 plus children so far. Our original goal was 100 to the Cubs game.
The game is set for September 11th at Citizens Bank Park, and those who go on the trip will also get to go on the field and meet Joe Madden. The elite Cubs fan group is hoping to raise money in order to make this possible.
Our goal is to put as many kids as possible, particularly underserved kids, on a bus trip that may not ever have an opportunity to see a live baseball game. This will be the first baseball game for just about every kid on that bus. There's still a little bit of room for people if they want to sponsor a child on the bus. The cost is $75.
Jason says after speaking with Curry, the group and all those who have donated are happy to help.
Joe Madden can only do so much. He can probably get him some shirts and jerseys, and you know, they'll show some interest because he's the hometown hero. But as diehard Cubs fans, or at least the page that we have the ability to help him bring it that much further and get that word out that, you know, they're cared about. They're a part of a larger community now than they ever were before. And with our assistance to sort of tag team with Joe Madden, I think that we can really take this to the next level, to where these folks will be affected for the rest of their lives as our partnership grows and we find new and better ways to bring us together and to build that trust in that community.
Administrator of the page and longtime Chicago Cubs fan Jane Isbell from North Carolina spoke with us about how the group is helping Cubs fans near and far and sharing in Joe Madden's efforts.
When I was watching that 360 piece with Joe Madden and I was watching those kids watch that game, they're not from Chicago either. And they're rooting for the Cubs and they're rooting for Joe, and it just touched me. And the chance to send these children once-in-a-lifetime experience. I mean, my experience was when I was 25. I walked up to Wrigley and saw that ivy and the green, and I was like tears in my eyes and goosebumps. I can imagine as a child experiencing that. I mean, it could be life-changing.
Curry says the Hip Center is thankful for all the donations and hopes the families who attend this game have the trip of a lifetime.
This is going to put 50 kids. We've already secured a second bus, and we're ready to go. So these kids are definitely looking towards the fans in Chicago and giving a great big thank you and shout out to the Elite Cubs fan club.
I'm pretty sure that once September 11th comes and goes, that fund will still remain. I mean, our goal, like I said, is to continue helping underprivileged children and or veterans. I mean, we're going to continue to look for projects like this, probably continue to support Joe's group as far as I know. It hasn't been discussed beyond, other than we do want to keep helping people like this.
A GoFundMe account has been set up by Gilly and Lamar. The tickets cost $75 each and include a round-trip bus ride from Hazleton to Philadelphia, a world-famous Hazleton hoagie and soft drinks on the bus, and a ticket to the game. By 3:30 Friday afternoon, $4,265 has been raised in 9 days by 96 people. For more information, you can visit GoFundMe.com/EliteCubsFans. For more information on the bus trip to see the Cubs play the Philadelphia Phillies, you can call the Hazleton One Community Center at 570-861-8081.
Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, hear more from Hazleton Area Superintendent of Schools at the start of the school year on Wednesday. That and much more, including sports, coming up here on WYLN.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
Well, another great day to end our work week across our area. Lots of sunshine overhead, a few clouds, no precipitation to deal with, comfortable conditions, low humidity values, and this nice weather is going to stick around as we head into this upcoming weekend. Well, tropics are quite active right now. It's been a fairly quiet tropical season so far this entire summer. Not the case right now. We have Erica out there, and she is brewing. She is a tropical storm. Now, she's not going to become a hurricane at this point in time. It looks like she'll remain a tropical storm. 50-mile-per-hour winds sustained, gusts up to 65 miles per hour. She continues to make a westward progress. And here's what she's looking like as we head through the next a couple of days in terms of where she'll be headed. Again, doesn't look like she'll become a hurricane. She'll stay a tropical storm as we go into even Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, eventually losing some of its punch. And there you can see the window of opportunity, looking more of a little bit of a westward progress, but you can see some of the areas that are maybe under the gun that will see some rain, some wind from Miami through Orlando, through Jacksonville, as she makes her way into parts of Florida. We're going to be seeing some heavy rainfall and even some wind. For our area, though, it's quiet. High pressure in control for tomorrow. Things looking very nice. High pressure was in control for today. That's what gave us a nice day. No precipitation to deal with. We're in the 70s outside. Low humidity values. Dry. 77 Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport. 77 in Selinsgrove. 75 in State College. Near 80 degrees up there in the Wyoming Valley area. A couple of clouds around. That's about it. We stay on the dry side of things as we head through tonight, as we go through tomorrow, as we go through our entire weekend. It is shaping up to be very nice. Looking at the numbers tonight, dropping down into the 50s. Tomorrow we are up into the 70s. Some areas will be in the lower 80s. A little bit milder for tomorrow night, dropping down generally in the 60s. Warmer air comes into play as we go into the weekend and going into next week. Looks very nice across our area. How nice, you might ask? We break out the 7-day extended forecast. Delightful. Very nice. Maybe a shower or storm as we go into the ending part of next week. But again, things looking nice with temperatures getting up into the 80s. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers, the pick 249, the pick 3731, and the pick 40101. Pick 5 numbers 22, 6, 9, 2, and treasure hunt numbers 9, 10, 11, 23, and 26. We'll continue to have more for you coming up after these commercial messages.
For all your projects, large and small, Bedrock Gardens has it all. They are fully stocked and ready to fill your order. Rubber mulch and rubber curbing to match. Lots of color choices to pick from. Wall stone, natural stone, full pallets ready to go. Their bins are full with rich colored quality mulch that will look wonderful all season long. Finish off your fabulous outdoor space with their quality patio furniture and easy to assemble fire pits. Everything you need for your summer projects. Delivery available, or just stop by and they will load you up. Bedrock Gardens, locally owned and operated. Call today.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer, dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, and outside grill and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Well, summer is quickly coming to an end for students all around the area. On Wednesday, students in the Hazleton Area School District will return to the classroom. Tonight, our Gary Perna continues his sit-down talk with Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Craig Butler, about what to expect on Wednesday.
The halls of the high school and elementary schools are quiet for the most part today, but Wednesday they will be filled with students getting ready to learn new things and meet new friends. Superintendent of Schools Dr. Craig Butler told us it is very important for every student to hit the ground running on the first day of school.
Summer's coming to a close. We're getting ready to start the school year. For our students to come in and be ready to hit the ground running and not lose time up front just in the organizational type things that would otherwise slow us down. That's important to our principals and teachers. I think our pre-K program helped this summer in terms of some of our very early learners coming in, being better prepared for the logistics of doing school. So we're looking forward to that making a difference. As you know, we've beefed up some of our curriculum as late in the K through 8 area in particular, specifically English, language arts, and math. We're working on social studies. We have several changes that are coming on the horizon as well this school year, academically speaking.
Like Dr. Butler said, there were some changes with the curriculum this year. When asked if they were more driven to meet Common Core standards, Butler said yes and no, that meeting those standards are nice and important, but they need to make sure that every student learns and excels.
Them having a pleasurable, enjoyable schooling experience and not have it be so drill-oriented necessarily, Gary, but to have a routine that they're comfortable with, the students and teachers, that they can come into school each day and enjoy themselves, be proud of their school and the school system. And really our goal is to turn out graduates that are college and career ready. And now if we hit the mark with the state assessments to complement that, that's wonderful. But we're not solely concentrating or focusing on the state assessments.
At the end of our interview, I asked Dr. Butler if he wanted to say anything to the parents getting their kids ready for the first day of school.
We are absolutely thrilled to be starting a new school year. It brings on a whole new, fresh level of excitement and enthusiasm. And what the parents can do is send their students, to school ready and prepared, and send them here regularly. Attendance is vital. The more regularly we have their students in our school buildings every day, the more successful the youngsters are going to be and the more successful we will be as schools. So regular attendance, well prepared to learn and be full participants in the learning process, and for them to know they will be well taken care of when they're here in our schools. I can't compliment our teachers, our faculty enough just in the work they do every day to help meet the students' needs.
The superintendent is excited to start the new year off and cannot wait until Wednesday morning. At District Administration for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thanks, Gary. Coming up next, Gabriella Justin is in for Eric DeBardinis tonight with sports. Stay tuned.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
It's high school football time. Watch WYLN for all the local high school football action as we bring you the event, not just the highlights, like only WYLN can. Watch the game of the week right here on WYLN. We're your local network. For the best in local sports, watch WYLN TV 35. The event, not just the highlights.
Welcome to WILN Sports. I'm Gabriella Justin. The Wyoming Valley Conference is one of the most competitive high school football conferences in northeastern Pennsylvania. After going 3-7 back-to-back in 2013 and 2014, the Warriors are looking to make 2015 their big comeback season.
My expectations this year are to compete in every game and play as good as we can. I know we can because we've been working hard all off season, and I believe if we play as best as we can have a shot at winning every game.
Coach Randy Spencer and the Wyoming area football program hasn't seen much success since their 10-3 winning record in 2012. Despite losing 18 seniors from last season, Spencer is relying on the youth of the Warriors team to add some depth to the roster.
Last season we had a lot of inexperienced guys get on the field, kind of get their feet wet, and we're looking forward into this year. We're hoping that experience that they gained on the field last year as underclassmen will pay off in terms of being able to compete at a much higher consistent level with the highly competitive teams that we play in our Division I.
One of the younger players on Wyoming area's football team who coach will be depending on this season is the team's 5'9" running back, sophomore Mark Anthony Minichello.
Being a sophomore and playing is a challenge, but I did get a little time as a freshman last year, so I am pretty confident going into the season that I'll be okay.
Minichello even has his sights set on making it all the way through playoffs at the end of this 2015 season. The Warriors' potential comeback season kicks off on September 4th against Wyoming Valley West. Holy Redeemer, a program seeking continued growth in 2015 after tallying the most wins in school history in 2014. Scott Dennis inherited a Royals team that showcased skill, but one that lacked football smarts. The team received a heavy dose of teaching and knowledge while compiling a 4-6 record. The learning curve should be less steep for Redeemer this year.
What I was impressed with was the type of athlete we have here. They're really good athletes. They just simply didn't know how to play football, and I think that in our second year they're starting to do a lot better with that. I think game intelligence, really, game situations they weren't real familiar with, how to win football games, those kind of things.
Back then, Redeemer didn't really have much teaching process, but he taught us what football was and how each football system went. Well, it was basically learning the fundamentals of football once again. Helped us a lot, brought us all together as a team, and helped us at least bring out a new system of football we all learned.
Be sure to tune in to WILN's Late Edition at 10 tonight. We will have high school football highlights from scrimmages taking place throughout the Anthracite League, as well as coverage on Penn State and Bloomsburg football. Stay tuned. Coming up next, Joe Garbacic is in with one final look at our forecast.
Tune in every Sunday night on WILN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WILN. I'll see you in the ring.
Things move a little slower here in DSLville.
Slow pitch softball is big here. Really big. There's not a fast food restaurant in town. Zero.
Get the most out of the internet. Get Service Electric high-speed internet. Call Service Electric today to sign up.
Ho, 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 ho. Slow down. Tourists.
Watch Off the Beaten Path on WILN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
Hey, it's looking good across the entire state of Pennsylvania. No travel problems. Things looking good no matter where you go this entire weekend. Looking at 70s and gradually getting up into the 80s. So if you have any type of traveling to do Saturday into Sunday, you're going maybe a last-minute trip along the ocean from D.C. through New York City, Ocean City, Maryland, Ocean City, New Jersey. Hey, it's looking spectacular. We got plenty of sunshine, near 80, and then even warmer as we go into the second part of the weekend. It's going to be dry. It's going to be great. Take advantage of it while it lasts, because fall is just around the corner. I didn't say that, but it's true. It is. But enjoy summer. There's still some time left of it. Make it the best.
Hey, that was fun. That was fun. Yeah. That was fun, but I did hear you mention that fall's right around the corner, and I have to say, the past few nights, it's definitely sweater weather, some jackets needed, but I guess what not to expect when Friday is Friday Night Football, and that's kind of the weather that you expect, so we are excited for that, and don't forget, a week today, WYLN Live Sports. Make sure you tune in. Have a good weekend, everyone.